Hey people, what's going on? Disclaimer from the top, you don't have to watch this, okay? For you folks that are new to my channel, this is my life, okay? I'm not paid, this is not a job, this is my home. I do this when I want to because I want to, so I say what I want to, okay? And part of what prompts that is a comment, and a friendly one. Apparently, a new watcher the other day who was suggesting that I separate commentary, social commentary, from music. And no, I mix it up on purpose because I see that as a problem these days, that we can compartmentalize our attention way too easily. If we don't like something or we see something that doesn't interest us, we can just tune it out, change the channel, go to another page so quickly. And I'm saying, if you find me of interest, well, this is the real me, okay? No one's paying me, so you just have to. If you like me, then you get all of all of what I got to say. I want to just try to share some feelings and thoughts about the ongoing breakdown of human behavior and social construct. The thing that is prompting this is the continued killing of innocent civilians by police. And notice I'm not mentioning any words about color because it's not about color. I believe that people with true wisdom can see that we have a problem with the human condition, and it's far beyond race and these little divisive things that we get stuck on, okay? Let me make this observation. It's just an observation. It's just my opinion, but I'm 61, and one of the things that I've been observing as I grow older has been where there was a moment when, in the 60s, after the Vietnam War and the whole peace and love, summer of love happened, it seemed once again that there was a possible glimmer of hope that mankind could move forward. And then it got co-opted. The hippie dream was a farce, although some of us took the values for real. And what I'm getting at is this, is that I really feel like as a society we had a moment where we could have turned the tide and really started to raise our children and each other better, and we didn't. We dropped the ball, which is why we're in the condition we are now. When I look around me, I see adults who are only adults in body but not in mentality. In my opinion, we're several generations into adults growing up very selfishly and not really following through with the tough job of parenting. The initial problem of parents getting soft on their kids after the 60s. I don't know if I'm getting it chronologically right, but some of you know what I'm trying to say. But we had kind of an epidemic where parents stopped being parents and didn't want to supposedly traumatize their children and don't punish them and be their best friend. And it has, on the overall, backfired on us. I, for one, am glad that my parents disciplined me, and they did a pretty good job of it. I can remember the times when, I was getting some personal anger in the whipping, and that was obvious. But I'm glad that my parents disciplined me because it gave me inner boundaries that helped me to check myself. The thing I see around me, is, like with my neighbors and just throughout society, is how so many of the basic values of decency, consideration for others, doing things within a certain framework so that everyone can get along better, it's just been lost. They called the 80s the me generation, and we're really seeing the fallout of that. I mean, there is a truth to that, and I see a direct connection between this and the problem with policing and with social order. It's not just a black-white thing. It literally is a thing where the masses are just so much less finely tuned. The problem with stupidity is that stupidity does not recognize it. The cool but frustrating thing about being smart or having wisdom is that you're able to wake up and recognize, because you have the wisdom. But if you don't, and I do see that as another problem with the engineering that's gone on socially with America, where the educational system went from teaching critical thinking to just testing, which again is another example of the bottom falling out of the basket that we were all traveling in. It's like the thing that made America great, or any place great, was taken out of the equation, which was you stop teaching the children how to think and create and start new things. Because the people who got rich finally started to realize, oh, well, if they have a new idea that's better than this one, well, that's a threat to my money. I got it going on. Nikola Tesla is a shining example. He discovered how to create energy and wanted to give it away. They shut his shit down real quick, ruined his life because he wanted to do something beneficial. Now, I'm just saying, from my point of view, the whole quagmire of where we're at with terrorism, racism, classism, just reigning idiocy, has to do with these factors, and all of them are in our purview of change. I personally think that it is well past the point of tidily saying, oh, well, that's a problem over there, but we can watch our program here and not have to worry about it. No. A collective awakening is needed in order for us to save ourselves, or save the future. Will be saved, but I'm here to just try to say something, now. It's like, in the larger view of the cycles of the earth, when you look at things like the Iron Age, the Bronze Age, and the Golden Age, and all that stuff, these things are going to come to pass. I mean, if the planet is millions of years old and mankind can only trace its history back a few thousand years, it's inconceivable to me to think that we're the first civilization here. There's probably been many that have been and gone and completely disappeared from. And so what I'm saying is that the change will come eventually, more than likely after I'm gone. But I can still remember when it wasn't this bad as a child. Even as a black kid in racist America, I can remember when times weren't this bad. And it's like, it's just real obvious to me that for those that can hear the message, it's way past time to sit on the sidelines and complain, well, they did that, it's their fault, they should do this. No, it's time. What am I going to do? What are you going to do? What is each one of us going to do to make it better? It's just my opinion, but I don't know how anyone can avoid answering that question. We're all responsible for this mess. And that's what's on my mind. I didn't talk about music at all. But again, it's my channel. This is my life. When I start working for Hi-Fi House, it'll be different. Someone will be paying me, and so therefore I'll have to do what I complain about all the time, which is that because someone's paying me, I'm being controlled to a certain degree, or I'm being co-opted. And right now, the co-opting that's going on as a result of who's got the money is destroying everything. It's very obvious, unless you're blind. That's what I want to say today, and like I said, it's my channel. It's just my opinion. You're welcome to share yours. Be nice about it. Well, just understand that if you get on here and rant at me angrily, how is that helping anything? Can't you see that that's just another example of what I'm talking about? We got to find a way to come together instead of putting each other down and complaining about each other. Where's wise mind? Wise mind. Look up the concept wise mind. Balance between emotion and intellect and using objectivity, We need it bad, people. We need it. And we're capable. We're capable. All right. Be well.